Welcome to Growth Mode Podcast for Real Estate Agents, hosted by the Floyd Wickman Team. You know, you can either do it alone or bathe your mind with the inspiration of others. During this podcast, you'll listen to successful agents in our coaching community from across North America share what motivates them and what they've learned. We're so excited that you're with us today, and my name is Mary Palin, and I'm your host. You know, most of the time we do interviews for Parade of Techniques and things like that. People are willing to share their situation, an idea they have, something that they've discovered. But once in a while, there's an Ask the Experts question that the person that asks it would prefer to remain anonymous. So I'm going to do this one all by myself. And I think it's the one that you need. I think it might be that there are a lot of us feeling this way this time of year. You know, whether your year has gotten off to a fast start and then slowed down a little bit, or whether your health has gotten in your way, your family has gotten in the way, you've had a difficult few transactions, or whether you just really need to crank it up. The question put to this particular team was, how do I regain my momentum? I feel like I'm off. I feel like I'm stuck. I'm prospecting, but I don't have a lot of appointments. I don't have a lot of things under my fingernails that are coming down the pike, and it's kind of depressing me. How do I regain that momentum? And boy, did he ever get a lot of good feedback. So I'm here to share that with you today. If you are someone that needs to regain your momentum, you've come to the right place. So let me just kind of rattle them off in the order that they were received. The first person said, well, you know what Floyd would say, get back to the basics. Back to the basics. And what is, my friends, the most basic? It's talking to people, building your skill, having conversations. That's the way you find more leads. One person said, go back and look at all your old leads. You know, go back a year or 2 years or 3 years and find all the little leads, the names and phone numbers that maybe have slipped through the cracks. Perhaps you have an open house directory where people sign in, hopefully with their correct name and correct contact information. Have you dialed them? And what if you went back a couple of years and started calling all of them? Another idea was do cardio. That's interesting, isn't it? I'm working out to regain my momentum. But when we feel good, we do good work, right? So maybe you kind of got away from doing that daily workout. Start your day with that workout, or whatever time of day works best for you and your own metabolism. Here's one. Are you expressing gratitude? Do you feel grateful for the many blessings that you have? You're focused on the fact that your business is in a little bit of a lull. Well, what if you focused on all the things that are going right, and then you spent some time prospecting? Someone else said, do a 5-90-10. Now, I think probably everyone listening to and watching this video knows what a 5-90-10 is, but just in case you don't, it's 90 minutes of prospecting, telephone prospecting with a partner or multiple partners. We call it a 5-90-10 because 5 minutes before the 90 minutes begins, you get together with your partner or partners and you say, okay, are you ready? Who are you going to call? What are you going to say today? Let's go around the horn. Everybody contributes. We just take a couple of minutes to do that. And then we hang up the phone and dial for 90 minutes. Or we have a whole lot of groups that are actually doing this on Zoom. So we all show up 5 minutes early. We say hello to each other. We go around the horn and say who you're going to call, what you're going to say. And then we stay on the camera, but go on mute. Now you can't get up and do your laundry, make your lunch. You know, it's another way to hold your feet to the fire and to know that everybody else is dialing at the same time. Now it's called a 5-90-10 because after the 90 minutes are over, everyone comes off mute if it's on Zoom, or if it's a phone call, they reconnect to that original dial-in number and report the results. And the results are given rapid fire. Here's how many dials I had. Here's how many conversations I had. And by the way, if someone says, no, don't ever call me again, well, that's a conversation, isn't it? So we count the number of dials, the number of conversations, and then the results. So one person said to regain your momentum, 5-90-10. Maybe you do one every day for the next 2 weeks. Maybe you do 3 a week for the next 2 weeks. And by the way, the Floyd Wickman team sponsors one on Thursdays. If you're interested in how to jump on that Zoom call with a whole bunch of wikis, then send me a quick email, mary@floydwickman.com, and I'll get you in the door. One person said, call people that love you first. Make the easy calls first. Have a couple of good conversations with your aunt, with your neighbor, with your mom, and then dial the hard ones. And one person said, are you reading and doing affirmations every day? I love to prospect. Well, as you know, an affirmation is in the first person, right? I. It's in the present tense. I am, I do, I have. And it's a complete lie. It's not what you have, it's what you want to have. And so you tell yourself, I am, I have 10 listing leads. I am excited about calling. There's someone out there that needs me. Affirmations are statements that you say to yourself repeatedly. And it's best if you have 1 or 2 affirmations and you say them a lot. One of my favorites is I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel terrific. And if you say that 6 times in a row and you inject some enthusiasm into your voice, I'll bet you're going to feel happier and healthier and more terrific. And finally, the last suggestion was, do you have a goal? Maybe you already hit your goal. Maybe your goal wasn't the right goal. Are you looking at your goal? Is it a goal like Floyd says, which is dated, which is something you want for you, which is visualized? Is it something you already hit? My goal is to pay for my car. That is not a good goal. You already have the car. You already have the payments. Your goal is to have a celebration when the car is paid off in 12 months instead of 24, in 3 years instead of 9. So what's your goal? And are you visualizing it? Do you see it? Maybe consider making it your screensaver. Consider making a vision board and keeping that goal in front of you. For sure, get a picture of your goal out and in front of you as you're making those prospecting calls, because I know you are going to get back to the basics. I hope that's a help to anyone out there that needed to regain, refresh, renew motivation. And where do we get that great advice? From R Squared Coaching, our lovely, smart, willing to give, humble students who meet every week to advise one another and to lift one another up. Hope you have a great week.